So where is it? This is what I pulled from all of those donated books. A lot of random stuff. Not all of it is super old, but probably half of it. Stuff on the top is newer, but as you can see as you go down there, there's some really old books that I'm going to put out at my local sale. Some stuff under there as well that hopefully will catch some people's attention, and we'll see what happens with that. So a box full. Lesbian Nuns, Breaking Silence, A History of the Wife. Don't know much about the universe. This one's really cool. It's got some vintage photos in there. Illustrations, I should say. So yeah, so a box worth. I got these today from my newer source who brings me records that I'm going to look over probably tomorrow. Because I'm still trying to get through this first Gaylord. And I'm pretty close. I haven't been able to dig into this. Last time I dug into it was on like Friday, and I pulled out all of those DVDs, which I finally dealt with. So now all the DVDs are over here, starting there, going down. That's all my back stock of DVDs. Comes all the way out to that box there in that stack. So if you don't know, I'm Andrew from 510 Books. I'm here in my warehouse, and it is Monday, April 18th, 2022. And today it took me a little over 2 hours to go through, 15 boxes of donated books. The reason why it took so long is because, I don't know, 70% of them were older without ISBNs and that kind of thing. And I also had some book sets. So I'm going to have some, let's see, here, I'll show you over here. I'm going to have some old book sets to sell. I've got this one here, 1, 2. This one behind it, 3. This giant one, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe that's all. No, there's this one, 8. 8 book sets. This one's pretty cool. It's huge. I don't know how much that's going to weigh. I might have to end up sending that in 2 boxes. I never like sending super heavy boxes, media mail. But I pulled all of those out of the book donations. Didn't find any money in the pages, but maybe next time. They said the next batch of books could have some money in the pages. But I will pull money out of the books with these lots alone. And like I said, I found maybe half of a smaller box, so I don't know, 25-ish books to sell individually on eBay, older books. And I also found about 6 or 7 books for Amazon between Merchant Fulfilled and FBA. So that was a pleasant surprise. There wasn't a book that I found that was selling for like $40+ on Amazon, but the first 3 or 4 pages were all torn apart at the top. And so I just didn't want to risk it. One of the pages was the index, the first page of the index, and it was like half the page almost was torn apart. So I didn't want to mess with it. I could have potentially tried to sell it acceptable because the rest of the pages that people are actually going to use were okay, but I just didn't feel right about it, so passed on that. And I figure, hey, it was free books anyway. Of course, it wasn't free labor. It took my time. But I'm going to probably do pretty well with all these book lots alone, and then the individual stuff. And some cool stuff to sell in the local sale. And then, so I did that. I had to ship a few things. Didn't have a ton of sales the last couple of days on eBay, but had a few that I had to ship. A Merchant Fulfilled sale. And what I did when I came to so after I spent the morning doing that, I came back in the afternoon. I went through all the DVDs, organized them, and then prepared stuff for my team member to come in tomorrow and start restocking the shelves. So I've got CDs, and then I've got Blu-rays, video games, and records. And of course, there's space for DVDs and TV box sets as well for him to restock. So the 4 hours he's here, he may or may not be able to finish all that, but I'm sure he's gonna get faster at it. So, you know, when you hire somebody to help you, it frees up time for you to do other things. However, you know, there's a learning curve where they've got to learn how to do things and then get faster at it. But at the same time, I still have to prepare stuff for him to put out. Ideally, some of that stuff I can, you know, over time teach him how to price maybe some Blu-rays, maybe some video games, that kind of stuff. But the thing with it is that I'm pricing it, so that's something that I have to do, and that's a little hard to duplicate, but I might be able to teach him some of that stuff. But anyway, that took me probably, I don't know, hour and a half to 2 hours, because the thing that takes the longest are the records. The Blu-rays, the video games are pretty quick. The CDs I already had, just put them in the box, but the records are the thing that takes the longest to look those up, because most of them do not have barcodes. So you've got to look them up manually, and it just takes a little bit of time. You got to figure out where the prices are. I look on eBay for the prices, Discogs for the prices, just to kind of get an idea of where the range is. Typically, Discogs is cheaper than eBay. Of course, it all depends on the condition of the record as well, the sleeve as well as the vinyl, that kind of thing. So kind of take all that into consideration to decide where to price it. But I've got some really great records that are going in my individually priced box that should do well, and also some other stuff that's some 70s and 80s stuff. So that's what I did today. Tomorrow, while he's restocking the shelves, I will be hopefully finishing this Gaylord and then going through that new batch of records that someone dropped off today to see what's in there. I quickly looked through it. There's some soul and funk kind of stuff in there, maybe R&B, but we'll see. I'll go through it thoroughly tomorrow. Yeah, so this is a quick video. Just check in, let you guys know what I'm doing. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you're new. I talk about everything having to do with reselling books and media locally as well as online, eBay and Amazon. And give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Stay safe. See you in the next video. Take care.